Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
And we welcome you back to our 8th episode.
Wow.
8 episodes. Thank you so much for all of your time. 8. That's right. I can't believe it's like infinity, but upside down on that side, kind of. Almost. Anyway, thank you again so much for coming. I thank you a lot because you know what? This is time, and I mentioned this before, this is time you're not ever going to get back in your life. So to spend it, even if you're just doing whatever you're doing around the house listening to us, we do appreciate it. We really, really do.
We absolutely do.
We do. We'd like to give our shout out. This is our time we do give our shout outs for the week. And a lot of our shout outs we like to give locally because we like to purchase and do our business and eat locally if we can. And this week, Dina, who are we giving a shout out to this week?
This week, we are giving a shout out to one of our favorite pizza places, and we are big pizza people.
Ooh.
And that is Sal's Gilbert Pizza.
Oh, my goodness. They are
awesome.
They're so good. Oh, and not only their pizza, and they do wonderful pizza. Because a lot of pizza places, and there's some pizza places I really like, but they do their pizza well, but the other things, not so much. I mean, it's good, but it's not at the level of their pizza. You can't say that about Sal's.
Their
to
food's
me,
amazing.
Sal's, everything Sal makes is high quality, delicious on the level of their pizza. And I'm a big picky pizza person. And their pizza, whew, let me just tell you. Wow.
And I have to say, and this goes a long way for me no matter what, but especially when you couple it with the great food, their customer service is awesome.
Yes, that's true. We've had a couple of, just basic mistakes you would always have, and they take care of it like more than they should. So they have invested in their customers, and we appreciate that very much. So we're going to get a little bit more in our later on in the show, more detail about their menu and what they do. But Sal's in Gilbert, check them out.
Check them out.
We'll be right back with what is Josh and Dana listening to? Hold on.
What's Josh listening to?
All right, welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
And this is our portion. What are we listening to music-wise? Of course, music is a huge part of our lives, and we want to share with you our musical safari, if you want to say Moonshine Musical Safari. Say that 3 times fast. Dina, what are you listening to this week?
Well, Josh, I'm actually, again, listening to a throwback. I'm listening to the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles. Amazing.
The Eagles.
Why are you listening to the Eagles?
We have some tickets coming up.
Do we really?
We do. We bought them the day they became available to the public.
Oh, we're going to go see them in September. I can't wait.
Vince Gill.
Yeah.
He'll be with them.
Yep. Glenn Fry's son. And it's just going to be amazing. I know people are going, wow, is it going to be weird without Glenn? Well, yeah, it's not going to be the same without Glenn Fry there. Of course it's not. But, I mean,
but they still have some amazing talent with them.
Still the Eagles, man. Still the Eagles. It's going to be amazing. So, just so happens, Dina, guess what I've been listening to?
The Eagles.
The Eagles, that's right. I've been listening to it too. I'm getting all geared up, ready to have a great time down in Phoenix in September. It's coming up soon. So, let's see. This show is going to hit on the 28th. So next week, I'm guessing.
Well, right? It was only last year that we went and stood on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
This is true. We sure did. That's
did I say right. Last week? Last year.
Last year. Maybe we'll post a picture of that someday.
Someday.
We'll show you. But I don't know what else. I mean, what has been said about the Eagles that hasn't already been said?
Yeah, everybody uses the word iconic, but they truly are.
Right. There's nothing more that can be said about the Eagles. If you don't like the Eagles, I'm sorry for you. I'm really sorry for you. I'm sorry for me because I didn't become an Eagles fan until much later in life. And that's my own fault. But I'm so glad that I found them, and they are a huge part of my audiophile, whatever you want to call it, listening pleasure that I have. So they're definitely in the rotation. So check out the Eagles, guys.
Check them out.
All right, coming back, we're going to do our funny of the week. Come back. Welcome back to Funny of the Week.
Hey, Josh. Guess what? I'm not wearing any underwear.
Oh, great. You're getting forgetful already.
It's time for Peeve of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
And you have come back to Peeve of the Week.
Peeve.
Peeve of the Week. This is where we like to rant and, basically just gripe about stuff that pisses us off.
Annoys us.
Right. This one is actually a combo peeve. I'm actually going to share this peeve with Dina this week.
Thank you for sharing your
welcome.
peeve.
Right, sharing the peeve. So, our peeve of the week, and it could be yours too, it's when people call you and they don't leave a voicemail. Right?
Yeah, why?
Right. Now, I understand.
Because I do pull voicemails. I listen to voicemails.
And we can quantify this, okay? So, if Dina calls me on the phone, I don't expect her to leave me a voicemail if I'm not going to answer. Because she is one of those people who has graduated to my special ultra call back list. But not everybody makes that list. But people who assume they're on that list, you will never get a call back from me. Ever. Right?
I do not return missed calls. I have business calls. People call me, my clients. I have no problems with texting. I have no problems with any of that. But if you call me and want me to call you back, you're going to have to leave a message.
You should leave a message. And we talked about this. Don't call me and not leave a voicemail.
And then be surprised that I did not call you back.
Or then text me to have me call you when I'm free. Leave a message and I will call you when I have time to handle whatever you want. If it's important, you need to leave a message. If it's emergency, text 911. Don't bother calling me, and then we can handle it that way. But unless you're a handful of people in my life, and I mean you fit on one hand, if you call me and don't leave a voicemail, I will not call you back.
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
So I will leave a voicemail for you. And there are certain people that I won't leave voicemails with. And if I don't leave you a voicemail, that just means it wasn't that important.
Right.
It really wasn't that important.
Even if I call you, if I have something specific that I need to give you, I'll still leave you a voicemail.
And that's cool. If you call me and don't leave a voicemail, that's what I assume. I assume that it's not that important because that's exactly what I do.
Correct.
If it's important, I leave a voicemail. But if you call me and don't leave a voicemail, then get irritated because I didn't call you back, then it must not have been important if you didn't leave a voicemail.
Right.
Okay? So, peeve of the week. Please, just be considerate.
Just leave
That's
voicemails.
all I ask. Be considerate to everybody. Okay, that's it for peeve of the week. Coming back up. Pro tip of the week. Dina's got this again. It's about tax transcripts. Be right back.
Get out your notepads. It's time for Pro Tip of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. This is our section for Pro Tip of the Week. This is where we like to share some of our business experiences, some things that maybe will help you in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be about business. It could be anything. It's like a pro tip of something in your house, and maybe a cooking tip, maybe
we get those sometimes
anything.
too.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. And you know what? If you would like to share a pro tip maybe with us that you'd like for us to share, just hit hashtag pro tip and put that in an email or in
tweet
or a tweet, exactly, or a response in any of our social media. Del Toro, who monitors that like the eyes of a hawk, will notice that, pick that up, and we will feature that on a upcoming podcast if you would please participate. We'd also like to do that with everything that we do. Any of our sections, if you have a peeve, or if you have a funny, or you have a story, a brief story, or you have a recipe or something that you would like to share with our community or our audience, you'd like for us to do that, please feel free to do that. Just use the hashtag in front, either hashtag pro tip, hashtag peeve, hashtag wedding story, something like that, so we can pick up on it and we can add it quickly. It's just easy for us, and it keeps things kind of together. Okay, so I will shut up now, and let's move on to our pro tip of the week. Dina, what do you have for us?
Well, as everyone can obviously tell by now, if they've been listening, most of mine are mortgage related, and that's because that's what I do. And so in this case, it's just about tax transcripts. So tax transcripts are what the IRS does with your information when you submit W-2s, when you submit your tax returns. You find that the the IRS will generate what's called a transcript. And when somebody's trying to confirm that the W-2 you gave them is legit, it's a QC measure for, like, say, mortgage lenders and stuff to pull a tax transcript of that information and compare it. So also, if you happen to ever, heaven forbid, lose, your taxes, tax returns, etc., you can request your own tax transcripts from the IRS to take the place of that for your record keeping. So that's just an FYI for you. But also, depending on the kind of mortgage loan you're getting, the lenders may or may not require tax transcripts. There are Fannie and Freddie don't necessarily, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac do not necessarily require tax transcripts. So depending on the kind of loan you're getting, and the investors, the servicers may have overlays that they do require them, but many of them don't. And so it's just an FYI for you if for some reason there's been some identity theft. I've had borrowers in the past who've had identity theft. It's really hard to get those transcripts sometimes just because you have to jump through a lot of hoops because of the identity theft. You can have lenders that may not require them. So like I said, just keep that in mind. They can be of a benefit to you, but also for some reason you are having a hard time getting them. There are often ways that you can potentially get around that, unless you're self-employed or something like that, and then all bets are off and you are going to have to get them anyway. So, but like I said, I think that's an important thing for people to know about.
All right, fantastic. And I would like to just throw in here, this is kind of a little disclaimer, our pro tips of the week. I mean, we have our certain professional identities, but by no stretch are we giving out any type of legal or financial information.
Nope,
to
always
you
verify.
or
Always check with somebody
advice.
else too.
Exactly. Check with your tax guy. Check with your mortgage loan person, your own personal people. Okay, verify that always. We need to put that out there. We give you advice that we think has worked for us and has worked for us. But unfortunately, you have to do these stupid disclaimer things. So there's ours. Okay. Thank you, Dana, for sharing that pro tip.
My pleasure.
The tax transcripts. I guess that's not easy to say either. All right. Coming up, we're going to finish we're going to continue our story, our wedding story.
Continue the wedding part.
Right. The reception, the honeymoon, and all of that coming right up. Hang tight.
Shh. Quiet and listen. It's time for Marriage Story of the Week.
All right, welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. We are going to pick up today. We just went through the ceremony and walking down the aisle, I have high-fived my father because I have now married the woman of my dreams, and we are headed out of the church. Dana, where are we going?
We are going to the fellowship hall. We told you it was very traditional and also very simple. And we went straight to what in our church at the time was known as the fellowship hall, where everybody would go to have like normally the potlucks and things like that. That's where we had our reception.
Yep. You guys had decorated everything. Your mom had made the cake.
My mom had made the cake.
Okay, so describe the kind of the cake and how you guys had decorated, because we can, like you said, we had like a country western type of thing,
right? I actually made the cake topper with little bears with little cowboy hats on. The girl bear, of course, had the wedding dress, and the boy bear had the cowboy hat.
Little tux.
And my mom just had several layers. Tiers of wedding cake. And
the colors were black and white.
Black and white, right. We only had black and white. We did have some gray in there, I believe.
My jacket was dark gray. Which
right.
Are black jeans, charcoal gray coats, black jeans and boots, and
right.
black tie.
And the time of our wedding was sort of early afternoon. I can't honestly remember exactly what time it was.
I was thinking it was like 1 or 2. Yeah.
Early, because we had understood that I guess the later on you go in the evening, the more formal it was expected to be, and we were never intending to have a really super formal wedding. So it was always intended to be somewhat casual. So yes, it was fairly early. And yeah, we had several layers to the cake. What we neglected to buy, because where we were at the time, you couldn't have any alcohol,
right.
Which, as you can tell, we are over that. But we couldn't have any alcohol there at the church. So we actually intended to buy milk and forgot, because we thought it would be funny just to have milk in the wedding glasses for the toast and all that stuff. So what we ended up having to do, there was some ice cream in the freezer, and one of the ladies melted the ice cream so that we could drink the ice cream instead of milk.
I do remember that. But what I also remember you neglected to say is how you had decorated the glasses for us, and you had decorated the stuff and everything. It was just amazing what she had done. And then I remember I don't remember a whole lot. I don't remember about eating. I'm sure I did.
It was finger foods. It was like lunch meats and rolls and things like that.
Well, I just wanted to get the hell out of there. That's all I want to do, just FYI. But anyway, so because I don't remember much about what went on after that or how long we stayed.
Honestly, if I couldn't give you a time frame. We didn't have a DJ. There was no.
Well, there was no dancing.
No
either.
dancing.
So, and if you're wondering, and we're going to get on all of this eventually, is we used to be members of Southern Baptist Church, which we are no longer. Well, anyway, that's a whole another story. But no drinking, no dancing. Well, at least not in public.
Right,
anyway,
there you
but,
go. Well, to each his own. But that's just that at the time that's where we were. And we abided by those rules.
Of course. And we respected those rules. So after that, I had a little black truck that we bought before. Oh, we had been given a gift. We didn't have any money. We didn't have any plans on honeymoon. We were just going to go back to the apartment because, well, I mean, we didn't ever live out of our house. At least I never did. And she hadn't either. So we had no money. We were just going to do that. But we had some friends in the church who graciously, a wonderful family, bought us a one-night stay.
And a really nice.
In McCormick Ranch in Scottsdale.
Right.
A one-night stay and that was amazing to us. And I'm still
we
very
enjoyed
grateful
it. We
to
loved
them,
it.
and it was wonderful. You want to tell them where we ate for our wonderful romantic dinner on our wedding night?
Well, this was long before we started the foodie part of our lives. And
you have to remember, we're very young, too. I mean, I'm 22.
I was 20.
Yeah, so we're very
young. We got dinner at Streets of New York Pizza.
Yes, we did.
Which
well, that was like a big deal because we'd never seen. I didn't know about Streets of New York, and we were in Scottsdale,
and it was close, and they delivered.
Right, and so we're like, heck yeah! So that's what we had, and then we had a good time, and we woke up the next morning and went to our apartment, and I think maybe we started.
Actually, I don't think we went to our apartment, babe. I think we went to your sister's house to open gifts.
Oh, is that what we did?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember. So, I see. That's why I need you. I don't remember any of that stuff. Well, okay. Well, I do know that we got like 47 toasters. I remember that.
We got toaster. I think we got a couple blenders.
Couple toasters.
We also got some
mixers,
like really nice kitchen stuff that we still have. I remember there's a lady at the church there that loved the young minister, and she's a nice, super nice lady. She actually sewed me an apron, which I still keep because of the fact that she made it. I just find that amazing. And like I said, we got some really nice sort of cookie sheets for the kitchen and stuff like that we still use.
We still use. We still have a lot of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And it was wonderful. And that's 25 years ago. 25 years ago.
Good quality ones that we got. Yeah,
absolutely. And we thank everybody for supporting us in that. Thank you. So, all right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop.
I think that's great.
Moving on. I think probably in our future, now that we kind of, for future podcasts in our story, it's going to be more disjointed. It won't be more of a time. There'll be certain timelines like we'll talk about, the birth of our daughter. And then
I think we just wanted to get sort of through the wedding, and then we could sort of start being us and
talking about topics and other things, because there are a lot of things that we talk about every day and we go, oh, we got to talk about that in our next podcast. And but we wanted to just kind of open up so you guys kind of get to know us as much as we let you get to know us. kind of thing. But more than we normally share. So
Absolutely.
feel maybe a little special. I don't know. Anyway, but thank you so much for listening. Come back next week. I'm
Not
sorry.
only that-
I'm not even done. What am I doing?
What?
I'm not even done. We still have to do the Moonshine Safari section.
I was also going to add that if anybody, likes what we do and you enjoy hearing us and you have a couple of extra bucks to spare, feel free to go over to Patreon and subscribe a little bit, just because, like I said, it helps us to pay for the stuff that we need to buy and everything to keep it going. So, like I said, not a pressure thing, just FYI, if that's something that you like and you want to help us out, we love it.
We support people that we like, and we like to do those type of things. We like to purchase locally, support locally. We don't believe in big, giant, corporate funded kind of things, and we know how YouTube is working right now too. Unfortunately, they're hurting a lot of people. So Patreon and some other places are picking up. Well, that's the way they want to do things. That's what happens.
And they have every right to do it. It's their corporation.
Exactly. But that's what freedom and liberty and markets do. When somebody starts doing something that the consumers don't like, usually someone will come in and create a solution that will now be in competition with that company that's now doing things they don't like. And that's exactly what should happen. And that's what's happening with YouTube and Patreon and stuff. But anyway, so if you'd like to support us, or even just share the link or share it with your friends, or whatever you'd like to do, that would be helpful. We appreciate it so much. Thank you, and we'll be right back. With the Moonshine Safari segment of the week.
Get out your glasses. It's time for the Moonshine Safari drinks and recipes.
Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. This is our Moonshine Safari segment of the week, where we talk about recipes, or we talk about restaurants, or we talk... Well, actually, we kind of turned it into anything we want to talk about. But this week, we're going to talk about what we spoke of earlier, Sal's Gilbert Pizza. Sal's. Oh, my goodness. So good. If you've not tried Sal's Gilbert Pizza over at 1150 South Gilbert Road in Gilbert, Arizona, you should.
You should.
You really should. They have some wonderful things. I'll give you a little secret menu. If you're ordering on DoorDash, ask for their gnocchi.
Actually,
what?
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. Well, you can't order. You have to actually call them if you're going to get that.
Oh, that's right. You have to call them.
It's not on the DoorDash menu.
So not on DoorDash menu. But
and it's not on their online menu. Yeah,
gnocchi.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
And they do their Alfredo sauce in such a way that it's light, but it still tastes like Alfredo. As most people know, that if they have Alfredo sauce, it's wonderful and beautiful and heavenly, if you want to know the truth. But a lot of times it's heavy. But theirs somehow manages to taste light, but still gives you Alfredo. I don't
rich flavor,
know how they do it,
light.
But it's amazing.
Right. You like their chicken pesto pizza.
I love their pesto. Their pesto is fantastic.
Excellent. And I like their red. I'm a big red sauce person, and very picky about red sauce. They have wonderful red sauce. I like their thin crust. It's beautiful. They do have a Sicilian type pizza, which is like a thicker crust, right?
Yes, correct. Right. And then their garlic knots are beautiful.
Oh, garlic! Because sometimes you'll get places that do garlic knots and they're hard. Tough.
Yeah.
These are
not.
These are not. Garlic knots are not.
They're not.
Let's see what else they got. I'm kind of looking through their deal here. You can get pizza by the slice. I'm just looking to see what else they have that's just amazing. Their fried ravioli. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Fried ravioli. You got to try that.
And for me, wings, like I said, the big thing I can't say enough about is their customer service. If we've ever had any issue, say with the pizza being made wrong or whatever, they stepped right up, fixed it. Right. Whatever they needed to do. Awesome customer service. Oh,
I've had their chicken parm sub. Oh my goodness. Their pasta is amazing. Their pasta with vodka sauce is amazing. It's just their Alfredo sauce is great. Their marinara. I mean, it's just they have such amazing food. So check them out and go and like them on Facebook. If you really enjoy them, give them a good rating on Yelp. That's always helped local businesses. And they just do a great job. So Sal's, thank you so much. We love you guys.
Sal's.
All right, everybody, that's the show. It's a wrap. We are done with our 8th episode.
In the can.
We'll be back next week, hopefully, God willing, with our 9th episode. So until then, have a wonderful Moonshine Safari. Come join us on ours next week.
Have a great week.
I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Bye.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.